Alright, so in today's stream, we're going to go ahead and continue on with our playthrough of American Truck Driving Simulator Kansas. So, this is where I left off last time. Garden City. So we just have to hit Colby and Marysville. Alrighty, Discord's open tonight, so if anybody wants to hop on in, you're more than welcome to it. Good old Dodge City. Oh, it'd probably help if I actually went. Actually, there's one thing missing from this. A little bit of background tunes. Yeah, if I don't look at it from the outside view while I'm in town, I will not see the stoplight. I came out into the intersection enough that I may as well have run that fucking light. I was too busy dicking with the GPS. I didn't see that light because of that stupid fucking sun visor. It looks cool, but it's all it does. Jeez, you can do most of what you need to do in Kansas with a day cab. Man, that tower has got some thick ass guide wires. Harrington gets a street sign and fucking Newton doesn't? Oh, so I hit an invisible wall. Okay, I thought we were going straight. I didn't realize we'd got there already. Oh my god. Of course, every fucking car in the state has to be along the side of this damn highway right now. I didn't realize we were here already. Let me see if any of these guys got anything taking my ass to fucking Marysville. Howdy, hey, whoever that is. Hello?
Me.
Ah, okay. How's that new phone working out?
I got most things set up.
Nice.
How can you hear me all right?
Yeah, it's coming in a little bit hot, but that was because I had your volume a little bit hot. Because
we had to do that with my last phone.
Because the last phone was kind of quiet. So, yeah, you're sounding great now. I just turned the volume. I turned the volume down a little bit, and now it's bougie.
Nice. All right, man. I got most everything set up now, so.
Nice. I just took a load to our old stomping ground.
Okay, what would that be?
Junction City, Junk City.
Oh, okay. Ugh. But yeah, got the new phone, got it all set up.
Nice. Do you like it?
I like how it feels in my hand, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
Random question and unrelated to my new phone, but you ever play Arena and get like a god hand and wonder what the other person did to piss off the algorithm that badly?
Well, I've gotten a god hand and been like, well, clearly the other guy just didn't spend any money.
What would they do to piss off the algorithm that badly?
Yeah, I've had a few of those. One of them was when I was playing on your account for you. I had every fucking removal spell in the deck. Practically just one after the other. Guy plays a creature, boom, dead. Another guy plays a creature, boom, dead. Over and over again.
I had to kill 20 creatures today as my daily goal. That was not very hard.
Nah, not with what you got. No, it ain't. That's a gimme. It's like telling me to play blue.
Yeah, I looked at that and I was like, alright then.
That challenge was actually why I made my Sheoldred freaking Brawl deck.
Yeah.
Because, like, beyond that, like, yeah, my decks have removal, but they're not as focused on that as some of the others. So, by the way, there's some news about Arena. I don't know if you heard it, so I'm gonna tell you.
I haven't heard.
They're coming out with a new format. It's gonna be dropping on the 15th.
Oh?
It's called Limitless.
Okay.
It's going to be Arena's version of Vintage, where there's basically no ban list.
Interesting.
Cards that would be banned instead are restricted. Meaning you can only run a single copy of that particular card. They are introducing Shocklands to Arena. Or not Shocklands, Fetchlands. Which, well, you've had a little bit of chance to play against while playing me. And maybe had a little bit of chance to play with because we proxied them in your commander deck.
Yeah.
But you'll get to hands-on experience the awesomeness that is Fetchlands.
Okay.
Such a slept-on card. So many inexperienced players look at the card and they're like, why the fuck is this a big deal? Like, oh yeah, you get to fix your mana, fetch whatever dual land you want. Oh yeah, and on top of that, if you've got some bullshit on top of your deck that you don't want on top of your deck, you can shuffle that shit away.
Yeah.
So, we don't have a load to get us to Marysville.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it almost feels like no load even goes there. Fucking
Okay.
Marysville's like my ass, exit only. So we're bobtailing there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna drive around and I'm gonna see if I can find a load there to pick up. So I guess I'm going to like a bunch of different holiday parties in the coming weeks.
Okay.
Because, like, my company is having one tomorrow. And then, like, the cattle company that we do work for... What?
Tamara's going to bed.
The cattle company that we do work for is also going to be having one that they've invited us to.
Okay.
And then a couple other customers got holiday parties that they think we should show up to because we do enough work for them that we practically work for them.
Anything going on when I'm gonna come visit?
No.
Oh, good. No offense.
Don't want to go to a holiday party with me?
Don't want to go to a holiday party.
You'd be a good +1.
Pass.
Well, I don't know what my company's party is going to be like. The cattle company's party is going to have a lot of steak and booze.
I'm still gonna pass.
So, yeah, I damn sure won't mind going to that.
Well, alright then.
I mean, steak and booze. Let's go. Let's do this.
No, the person I was fighting just, conceded. And we weren't even, like, very much into the game.
I've done that before myself. Like, oh, well, I didn't want to play this format, or I didn't want to play this deck. I concede. Or I've had times that I'm like, somebody calls me when I'm in the middle of a match, and it's a call that I feel like I've got to answer. Then I concede. And people are probably sitting over there like, why the fuck did he concede? Sometimes I'll have to concede when I'm winning. I've had that happen before.
The other day, Mochi caught a mouse.
Nice. I feel like there's a lot more of that to come from her.
She's a good kitty.
She seems very much about that life.
I will assume this deck is life gain. They just conceded as soon as I put that guy out on the field. You cannot gain life. Oh, fuck you too.
Oh, and that's the thing that blows my mind about people who concede to that, is that right now in standard, white has just as much removal as black does. Like, white rivals black as far as fuck you, kill your shit, or exile it, or whatever. Let's see, I could go to Kansas City. That's the opposite direction that I want to go in, though. But that's the only load in Kansas. Hey, you know what? This is gonna kind of be cheaty, right? A little bit. But I figured out the secret sauce formula.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be going to, we're leaving the state now. The routes that I'm looking at will pass through Kobe. That being said, I'm gonna need a different truck. I'm going up into the mountains. And since I'm going up into the mountains, I need my more powerful truck. Oh no. Man, they put my ass in Vegas again. Damn it. My truck wasn't even in Vegas. It was in fucking Hayes. Are you fucking kidding me right now? God damn it. It won't let me fucking quick travel to Marysville, even though I was like right in the middle of town. I guess it hadn't shown me as discovering it yet. Fuck me. So we're bobtailing from Topeka to fucking Maryville again. That sucks, dude. Alright, well, our load's gonna be gone by the time we get there. So, I don't know, we'll head through Colorado, but maybe we'll have to find something else going through Colorado. We won't be taking a bulldozer with us. So outside of the phone drama, how have things been?
alright. You know, I don't really like the phone drama, but it be what it be.
I mean, that thing... I was gonna try to get you on something else.
Well, it didn't last that long, so... I couldn't really wait until Monday for a new phone, hun.
Ten, 9. All right. I was gonna say that red light was about to get ran. So we did a breakdown of the Grand Theft Auto 5 trailer.
Seen it, don't know nothing about it.
Man, they put a lot of Florida Man shit in there.
What you mean?
Do what?
I don't know what you mean.
Like, they have, like, alligators walking into gas stations and shit. So my postage thing says that my new commander deck should be showing up on Monday.
Yeah, that's what you said the other day. You were upset because you were hoping it would show up before I did.
Yeah, I wanted it here on Friday. Do they? You know, I'm gonna be real disappointed if they didn't put extra stickers in there. I want to sticker bomb your computer.
You're ridiculous.
I'm gonna put something on your computer that will allow it to, like, sort of integrate itself with my network.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it's gonna do a few things that I think will potentially be helpful to you. It will it'll give us the option to connect you to my network shared storage stuff. So you'd have, like, a crap load of space to save backups and things to. I'm also whenever you need help with your computer, like how occasionally I'll have to, like, remote into it. But in order for that to happen, you have to, like, copy paste a bunch of random codes and crap from TeamViewer or whatever. that stuff's not. I mean, that stuff's gonna be a lot easier. Go! God damn it! You had the right of way! Fucking moron!
Sounds like fun over there.
I had a dude, like, as he was about to go, right? And he fucking, like, stops in the middle of the road. So, it'll also make, it'll make transferring files between each other, a lot less difficult. Which, we seldom need to do that, but...
I would say we don't transfer files.
But we'll have better abilities, too.
I am playing a person whose name is Fugitive Pancake.
Nice.
I like this name.
Man, this truck hauls ass when it's got nothing on it. Alright, since we're in Marysville proper. Ooh, if I get to it within the next hour, I can still get my bulldozer that I was carrying, or wanting to carry, into Colorado. I will need to find a rest stop like fucking yesterday, though. Man, this place kind of sucks to try to pick anything up from. They don't really have a good spot for me to turn around. And they have the entrance in kind of a weird little place. I wonder if I can fit my truck through here. I can. Although in real life, if you're asking that question, you probably just better not even try it. Do what?
Oh, they obfuscated my... They exiled my bloodletter.
Rip. Playing against a white person that knows how to use removal this time around.
Yeah.
Always interesting when you can teach a life gain player who does not have removal that other people actually play Magic too. That's probably the biggest thing with that. The biggest thing is it's real easy to get caught up in like, oh, this deck is gonna be really cool and it has this combo and it has that combo and these things synergize.
We're kind of at a standstill right now.
Yeah.
I just murdered all of... Ah, he's gonna win. Exile target. Damn it! Oh, but I gained 3 life. Thanks for that, I guess. No. I'm gonna activate this real quick. Stop.
You'd be pleased to know that I have Baldur's Gate music playing in the background.
Nice. I like Baldur's Gate. As we all know.
So in the next couple of years, they're going to be building a new fire station in my town.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's estimated to cost $7 million. The one they're looking at right now, which I'm sitting here, I'm like, where the hell is this town getting $7 million? But then again, our fire department is the fire department for like a bunch of other neighboring things. So there could be some of that, you know, going into play.
This game has really been back and forth.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, they conceded. We were both at 6 life, and I made them sacrifice their creatures, so I guess they decided to just not play anymore. I don't know.
We're leaving Kansas now. We're not at the border or anything yet, but
Hi, Callie.
we're doing it. We're passing through Phillipsburg and Colby on our way out. And I expect to be going and dealing with mountains and shit in Colorado, and that's why I brought out like my bougie fancy truck. God, who's DMing me now?
Me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I DM'd you. Cat picture.
She looks content.
She's very happy. She's getting all the pets in the world. It's the best day ever, don't you know? Oh, watch them claws, though.
Man, I just had another 18-wheeler like throw himself out in front of me. Had to dodge his ass.
Oof. Oh, I'm not playing ranked anymore. I've just been messing around in regular games.
Yeah, there gets to be a point where, unless you're like copying the top ranking deck, like you're pretty much not gonna get very far unranked.
Well, I also seem to, now that I'm platinum, I seem to win more if I'm just playing regular games.
Man, I gotta love how the road I'm taking, I'm dodging like every single way station. I don't think I've had to stop for a way station while actually carrying anything in this state. I didn't think about it before, but Kansas really doesn't have shit for way stations. Like, they don't care.
Ew, Callie.
Ah. I need to find a fucking rest stop. But because I'm in western Kansas, I'll probably be out of the state before I see one. My character is all yawning and shit.
It's now stretched across my left.
Sorry?
my lap.
You're sounding robot-y.
Is this good? Testing?
Heard you that time.
Camera, is it sounding better?
Now it is, yeah.
Okay. Callie is stretched across my lap.
Nice.
Ooh. Callie, don't even.
Spooks has this thing that she's been doing lately where, like, I'll be sitting there trying to read something on my phone before I go to sleep, whenever I take a nap or whenever I want to actually go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll, like, daintily try to swap my arm away.
Oh.
And I'm just, the first time she did it, I'm just sitting there like, what are you doing, cat?
She's your baby. Be nice to her.
Yeah, I just, at the time, I didn't know what she was trying to accomplish. I'm like, are you trying to get under the covers, or?
No, she wants attention.
Yeah, that's what it ended up being, but yeah. Hey, I found a rest stop. It's a shitty one, but it is one.
Better than no rest stop.
Oh shit! The game will actually let me decouple my trailer. That's actually kind of big for me. That's super helpful to know that. I assumed it just wouldn't. Because now that I can decouple my trailer, it's easier for me to get gas at certain places. Like what I'm doing now. Although I could have pulled into this without decoupling my trailer. I'd have had to like go around the block and shit though. And now I don't have to do that. I just unhook the damn trailer and back it into there.
Nice.
So we're in Phillipsburg right now, and I'm sorry to bust your bubble, but in real life, there's actually no place there for a truck to rest. Or even fuel up. There ain't shit. Alrighty. Now we're through Phillipsburg. Just to, well, we're not through it. We're going through it. Oh, another little bit of Magic the Gathering news is they're changing booster packs next year.
Oh?
So the next set they're coming out with, Karlov Manor, is going to be the last set I think I've heard with the traditional, well, with the boosters that we know, the set boosters and the draft boosters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're no longer going to have set boosters or draft boosters. They're just all going to be called play boosters now.
Interesting.
But, hell, Karlov Manor may end up being a set that you'll probably like. It's a murder mystery thing.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen some stuff about it.
They're going to be reprinting Shocklands in a Ravnica set coming up, too.
Okay.
Which, I don't know. You probably don't care as much about that, but I love Shocklands. If I win the Powerball, I'm going to sleep on a bed of them.
You're weird.
I wonder how many Shocklands it would take to make a bed of Shocklands and how much money that would cost. Up. Opening my soda up. Gotta stay on the damn road. I'm not weird, you're weird.
You're weird. Incredibly weird.
Shocklands being between $10 and $18 a piece, depending on which colors you're buying. Probably it takes roughly 1,000 to get like a foot, like 12-inch pile. So how many 12-inch piles do I need to make the width of a king-size mattress? I probably shouldn't do that if I win the Powerball. We're probably talking like $1 million worth of Shocklands. I wonder what that would do to the market prices of them, though. Like, if I just went through on, like, every place that has them for sale and bought each and every single one of them.
Close game, but no dice, Mr. Moldy Fungus guy. Not enough removal in your black deck, sir.
Yeah, if ever asked the question, how much removal should I run in black or white, the answer is all of it. Like, any card that doesn't directly contribute towards your game plan should be removal.
Hey, now you're being a pain.
So you're like, okay, in standard, you're like, okay, I got 4 copies of Sheoldred the Apocalypse and like 38 kill spells.
Okay, sure. I think I might need a few more creatures beyond just Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Callie.
Nah. You don't need to have a bunch of creatures if the opponent doesn't have any.
Did you learn headbutting from Midi?
I apologize for being so fucking annoying with my removal. but I gots to whenever I play.
Cat. Damn. Jesus. I think I was fighting a tiger over here.
I had my friend, who I guess just discovered the parody guy, send me that fucking Doomblade song. He's like, this is you, man. Like, I thought the combo was me. He's like, this is also you. Can't fucking have nothing nice on the field when I'm playing a game against you. Like,
Trudeau.
well, I can't win the game if I let you have nice things.
The truth of that statement, though.
I've had the fucking Grixis parody in my head all day.
I don't think I've listened to that. That one.
It's another one that kind of a little bit makes me feel attacked. Even though I don't directly run Grixis in Modern, like, a lot of it is shit that I do.
I feel like a lot of his songs you feel like you're attacked.
I do, though. Just Edict.
Oh.
Hey, I got the achievement for having hit every city in Kansas.
You are ridiculous.
So how does it feel to know that you're potentially? How does it feel to know that that's your last week with that particular computer that you're gaming on?
He served well. Excuse me.
It's beginning to look a lot like Grixis. Unlike Rakdos, when he plays all those, he just draws some more.
Too much drama lately.
Oh, what drama's going on now?
I don't know, just with my phone, and then we had a hard time getting it set up, and we had to... It was just a mess.
Man, it's always hard getting it set up. You want to know something that'll kind of make you laugh a little bit? I still don't have my new phone fully set up.
Mostly set up now.
Dude, I was trying to get some files off of my damn network share, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking in there, I was like, why the fuck can't I access my shit? And then I look and I'm like, oh, yeah, I didn't set my phone up on the VPN. Like, fuck me. Damn it.
I just, I don't know, you know, getting everything from the old phone, making sure it's all transferred, downloading everything, logging in everything. It's a pain in the ass.
Gets even worse when everything you have has two-factor on it.
Yes. Thank God before my phone died last night and decided to shit the bucket that I logged into fucking Google and some other stuff on my computer so that I could actually do two-factor.
Wow, I would have just cold turkey turned the fucking thing off after you got off the phone with me.
No matter what I did, it was gonna die. It takes like a stupid amount of battery to turn back on for whatever god-awful reason. So, I used the time I had to, like, log into things that on my computer so that I could two-factor shit. 'Cause I am vaguely smart. Vaguely.
I'm almost out of Kansas. Dude, we have this girl at work, older lady, who does the cell phone customer service aspect of things.
Yeah.
And I was gonna get her to like help you get set up on a new phone, cause she's like super good at that shit. Like really good and really patient and just really awesome. And I don't know, like she doesn't like, okay, you know how most phone places, they'll like activate your new phone and like, meh, whatever, here you go. Like, she'll actually sit there and try to like actually help you with your phone. She was working with a guy for like 3 hours today getting his shit moved over.
I mean, if it could have waited, I would have, but it couldn't. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not busting your balls about it. I was just, hey, this is what I was planning on doing.
I would have accepted it, except my phone stopped charging, and I can't really go that long without my phone. You know, I got a kid, I got too much shit, you know?
Yeah.
Too much stuff going on to be without my phone that long.
I'm in Colorado now. Time to buy some weed.
Naughty, that's a eagle.
Not in Colorado.
No, not in Colorado.
Oh, I got some news that I'm really happy about, by the way. Earlier today. We got our the job that we were trying to get for that they want us to like wire up this restaurant out in like Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
Nice.
It's both good and bad. I know it's gonna drive my boss fucking crazy. 'Cause he's like, oh, well, these people want it wired up. by like the beginning of the year, I'm like, look, man, just it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Chill out. Like, it's 8 cameras and like, I don't know, 400 feet of cable. It's whatever. It's like a day.
Wait, your boss doesn't think y'all can do it?
Well, he's running around like a chicken with his fucking head cut off because we have like 15 million other things happening. And I'm just sitting here like, man, just one step at a time, dude. like this is a quick thing. Like, we drive there, stay overnight in a hotel, start first thing in the morning, wire the fucking place up, and then drive home. Boom. One day. Like, ain't a big deal. It's fine. Hell, send me by myself. I'll fucking do it. Now, like, to be fair to him, we have this damn storage unit that they want a bunch of cameras hooked up. We have the cattle company that not only wants a bunch of things hooked up, but they're doing, and I kid you not, a complete overhaul of everything on their network.
Oof.
And there's like 3 different companies that are in charge of different aspects of the network, and all of that is getting turned over to us.
That sounds fun.
And like, everybody has something for us to do. And then on top of that, we'll get like 3 or 4 people coming to us a day, like elderly people who like cannot do anything on a computer anymore.
Fucking rude, bitch.
Dude, I'm not even, I know it sounds rude and it sounds bad to say. Like, one of the guys that we were helping has arthritis so bad that, like, it is legitimately preventing him from being able to accurately type or operate the mouse.
Poor guy.
And he's sitting here trying to put all this stuff into, like, some really fancy high-end accounting software. And he really doesn't need the software, because when we were going through, like, he's only got, like, I don't know, 20 transactions for the entire month. And even if he had more, it's like, man, if it's like, just get an accountant. Instead of paying like $75 a month for this software, just get an accountant.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, get one of your family members to help you or something. Like, take a break. So, yeah, we'll get a lot of those calls, and then we'll have different schools who we support, right?
Yeah.
That lately just they're like, yeah, we need this thing. We had this thing broken and we want it fixed like right now. And I'm like, hey man, I know that we have a lot on our plate, but instead of focusing on all of the crap, the overwhelming amount of crap that is there, let's just, chip away at it.
Yeah, one thing at a time.
Like, the more time we spend the less time we spend thinking and the more time we spend doing in this particular situation, we'll come out fine. Oh yeah, and as if the beats don't stop, I've been setting up I've been working on setting up a system, because we found out a few weeks ago that at some of our locations, they're turning computer work away. Because it's like an hour's drive from our office. And they just assume that either we don't want to do it or that we don't have a way to do it or something like that. And like there are ways to do it. Like they could like every day somebody from the company is moving between one office and another. Like they could just, you know, take the computer to our office.
Yeah.
But I've been working on a more streamlined solution, and I'm actually going to make a YouTube video about it. It's really fucking cool. So there is this little gadget called a KVM switch. KVM stands for Keyboard Video Mouse. And what it does is it allows you to operate multiple computers from the same keyboard, monitor, and mouse. So like you could have like your peripherals that your computer is plugged into right now. You could have like multiple computers plugged in there, and you just push a button and it alternates between the computers without, you know, having to unplug and replug a bunch of crap.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been working on a way to do that over the network, where I want to have a setup where we'll plug in one of these KVM switches, but this KVM switch will allow me to connect to the computer from like wherever in the world I feel like doing it. Because like there are some, and the ones that I'm messing with, that will let you do it over the network. So like you'd plug in, you'd have a computer in a random place in your house, right? Like connected to your Wi-Fi or plugged in wherever. And this KVM switch would allow you to just plug your computer in without even having a monitor on it. And you can just go through the network, and it's like you're sitting at that computer and using it. So me and Brandon are both networking geeks, right? Like that's what we do. So it's like, okay, well, if we set this thing up through like a VPN, we could functionally do this thing from wherever in the world we want. So let's do this shit. So that's actually something I've been working on. I've spent quite a bit of my day today working on that. So we have one of these little gizmos that's like $500.
Yeah.
But I'm working on a because I want one for myself, for my own personal uses. I'm working on a do-it-yourself version of it that is made possible by an open source, like free project. So I'm gonna compare the two, and I want to try to make a video about like how to set this up and how to do this, because I think that it'll be really handy for a lot of people who are not, you know, necessarily me. Like, okay, here's one example. Okay, let's say that I don't know. Let's say that, well, hypothetically speaking, let's say that you moved here, right? And let's say that for whatever reason, like, your mom is like elderly, like 30 years from now or something, and you're responsible for like helping her with stuff. So you're like, okay, like every time her computer has an issue, you don't necessarily want to walk her through on the phone, like how to do this little thing in her email or whatever. Like you just want to connect to her computer and like fix whatever her deal is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a situation that would let you do that easily and seamlessly. So, you know, you could use it to help out your family members or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not something I'm going to try to sell or make money with because other people are doing that. I want to put out a video just with the information on it so that people can get it for free. Or for whatever, you know, the hardware costs, which is like $150 for all the parts total. Maybe less. Depending on, like, how you do it.
Oh.
It's something I'd thought about hooking up to your computer, but I don't know, it seems a bit overkill for the help I give you to have that. It does a lot of shit. Like real talk, I could mount an image up in the KVM switch, right? And I could install Windows, like a fresh, clean install of Windows on your computer from here. Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'd like to get a couple of those things. So when a friend of mine is having problems and their computer is really, really hosed, that I can just mail them one. Like, hey, plug this in. And then I'll go into my online portal with a couple of mouse clicks and I'll connect to it.
Ew.
I-
Oh.
I don't know. I'm really excited about it. It's super cool.
I don't know what I want to do.
You know, this Baldur's Gate music makes driving a truck seem a lot more epic. Like, I'm rolling down the road with this tractor on the back of my trailer with this hardcore fucking orchestral score.
Or what I want to do.
I don't know what you want to do.
Boo you hell. You done your dailies yet?
Nope. I don't even know what they are. Hey, Chad, what's up, dude? Guess what, homie? We're no longer in Kansas. Not Kansas anymore, Dorothy. You know what? I'm gonna be mad as hell if they didn't name the achievement that. Oh, that's cool. They got dogs in their front yard. What?
Well, no, it's not letting me look at your profile.
For what?
I was gonna see if it would tell me the name of the achievement you just Scott.
I wonder why it's not letting you.
Gotta do this in the most roundabout way possible. The Sunflower State.
Rip.
Discover every city in Kansas. Sunflower State.
You know what my trucking company is named? It's named the No Lube Express.
Okay. You've got one for driving 10,000 miles. Buy your own truck. Perform deliveries for at least 15 different companies. Earn 100,000 delivering cargo. Fully upgrade one of your garages. Successfully park a trailer at a delivery point. Successfully park a trailer at a hard delivery point.
I'm
That's called
proud
like a
of
boss.
I'm proud of that one.
Use a way station. Use a gas station. Discover every city in Nevada. Deliver first heavy cargo pack job. Successfully deliver a special transport DLC mission with no damage and no fine. I'm surprised the no fine.
That's the one where they close the whole highway.
Successfully deliver a helicopter with no damage and no fine. Successfully deliver a turkey house special. What the fuck is a turkey house?
I don't know. I probably didn't even know when I was doing it.
Discover every city in Oklahoma. Discover every city in Kansas. You're 7 of 21 for California. Finish 50 deliveries. You're at 39. You're 7 out of 16 for cities in Arizona.
That's a state I need to drive more of.
Visit the Colorado River sites, 2 out of 6. Discuss 5 out of 14 for cities in Mexico. Visit all large truck stops and rest stops in New Mexico. Five out of 14 in Oregon. 3 out of 16 for Washington. You've got quite a few cities that you're getting there on, I guess.
A lot of those cities were cities like, usually when I'm playing this game, with the exception of Oklahoma and Kansas, usually when I'm playing this game, I'm taking loads that like or like drive like all the way across the country to deliver this shit because they always pay like crazy. So a lot of the cities I have in like Montana and Washington and Oregon and those places, and especially Cali, like all of the cities that I have in Cali, it's just I happen to drive through while I was delivering something. I got like 4 out of the 7 on one trip where I was going from Seattle to Vegas.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't unlock anything from my truck. So, at least I didn't unlock any performance stuff. I swear, this discovery queue gets worse and worse every time I try it. One of these days, I'm thinking about trying to do a stream of the games that you don't really want in your history.
Okay.
Like, you know, your anime, little hentai otaku bullshits. Your little...
Most people don't really care about that,
Your
to be
little...
honest.
Your little waifu porn games. I think that we could have, like, just a funny stream with that.
I don't feel like most people really care. Honestly.
So you know how I was talking about taking like a really long haul and going through a bunch of random cities that I haven't been through yet?
Sure.
This haul that I'm looking at here, I'm looking at going through 3 of the cities in Utah that I've not been through.
Nice.
And then 1 new one in Colorado. Now I have Raphael's song in the background.
Love Raphael. Get his Disney villain on.
It's really quiet, but it's present.
Did you look at that game I recommended for you?
Honestly, I forgot. And when I went to go look at it, I couldn't remember the name of it.
Wow, I see how much you love me. Jesus. Try to help you.
Well, I do need to go through and I probably need to just go through and buy it. Because you've been pretty good on your game recommendations.
On top of that, I also know it can apparently be co-op according to the thing I just found.
Nice. What was it called again?
Icarus. And it seems like they pretty recently came out with some DLC.
What's it about?
It's a survival game, from what I'm seeing.
What's the setting?
Give me a minute and I will. Alright, player versus everything survival game. Open world, up to 8 co-op players. Survive. Endure a savage wilderness on Icarus, an Earth-like terraformed planet now considered humanity's greatest mistake. Oof. From their orbital station, prospectors drop to the planet's surface to explore, harvest, craft, and hunt while seeking their fortune.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
From toxic atmospheres to savage wildlife, apex predators, destructive storms, forest fires. It's a planet with a temper. Gotta find a source of oxygen, food. It has a tech tree, player talents, planetary tech. There are animals that you can tame to help you, but you gotta find them. Icarus was once destined to be a second Earth, but when terraforming collapsed, the Earth turned toxic, and humanity's hopes of colonizing a new world died. Icarus became a joke, a symbol of humanity reaching for the stars and failing. They salvaged what they could and released modified embryos and halted the terraforming process. They discovered
sounds like
of
they
failure.
rage quit.
Yeah. When they discovered the cause of the failure, exotic matter, new interest was ignited. Value beyond reckoning, these exotics sparked a gold rush and fueled political tensions. Prospectors flocked to Icarus to complete contracts to extract exotic and conduct resources for various factions. Those that survive to return to orbit obviously get lots and lots of money. Sounds interesting.
Sounds right up my alley.
Most of it's art stuff, but they have a Styx expansion and a New Frontier expansion.
I see why they're paying
Frontier
so
is
much for this haul. Wow. Okay,
Oh, I get
this is about to be shitty.
There's also like furniture expansions if you into that kind of thing.
Dude, you could barely get this long ass trailer out of there.
You can get Icarus, New Frontier, and the Styx for like $70. Game itself is $40.
Okay. If you could, message me the name of that so that I can add it on my list.
I added it to my wish list as well.
So I have a trailer that's like 100 feet long.
But anyway, it seems like something that would be right up your alley.
It really does. I agree. And my streams of trying to survive in survival games like that have done pretty well.
It does have mixed reviews, though. I don't know if you care about that.
Is it early access?
No, it's out.
Okay. No, there's potential there for something good. Man, we got 936 miles to go. Now that we're out of Kansas, we're back to my long haul days. I'm sorry, go on.
I would probably just buy the base game before you buy any of the DLC and see how you like it, because I am indeed seeing very mixed reviews.
Is it like reviews of this game is a bugged mess? Or are they salty about like furniture DLC and shit?
So, Icarus review, great ideas, rough execution, and it has a list of good stuff and bad stuff. So this one says that co-op, that their FPS tanked. Leveling is slow. The map is apparently boring.
That's a very subjective thing right there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Combat system is super basic, apparently. Attack animations are rough. Despite a ton of skills to choose from, a lot of them don't really matter. Biomes look different at first, but you quickly realize they're the same with just different skins.
I mean, that's kind of Earth. Oh, fuck. Now I gotta pull into a way station. Of course.
Bottom line, Icarus has some cool concepts and could be a blast, but it feels rushed, it's rough around the edges, and needs some serious updates to be what it could be. If you're a survival junkie and you've played everything else, maybe take a look. But set your expectations to work in progress and brace for some frustration.
I've played everything, man. I have played a lot of survival games.
A lot of them are it's boring, from what I've seen. It's slow to start, and the biomes are similar, which again sounds like Earth. So.
I mean, but the game did say an Earth-like biome in the fucking. They're like it's an Earth-like planet. Well, okay. Like our biomes are different, but the same at the same time.
This one's I recommend for those who enjoy open world survival games. Okay, so this one is recommended, but they do caution that the tutorial can be kind of boring. That it starts out not quite as open world as it is later in the game, and that you have to get through some tasks first.
Sounds like most of them. Well,
I don't know. I was looking at reviews, so.
oof, that fucking hurt. Yeah, I just got a badass speeding ticket.
Oof.
$3,200.
So Icarus stands out even among other survival player versus everything game for maintaining a persistent threat level and challenge. So, I don't know. There's that.
You're the only person that I've ever heard call PvE player versus everything.
That not, I mean, it's kind of what it is, isn't it?
I mean, it's not wrong, but it's also just not what people call it. So it like throws me off a little bit.
But it is.
Usually when I hear PvE, like it's usually understood to mean player versus environment, which I mean player versus everything is not wrong because the environment is everything.
Well, I say everything because while it, like, you can co-op, you can also fight the hoe you're co-oping with, from what I see. There is friendly fire. So player versus everything. It's what I've always heard it called, PvE, player versus everything.
I've always heard it referred to as player versus environment, so that's, I don't know, that's crazy. And I don't think you're wrong. So like I'm not trying to be one of those guys that's, well, actually, but I thought it was, I don't know, I thought it was worth pointing out, like I would say that you're not wrong because PvE could literally be either because it's an acronym. I've just never heard player versus everything before.
That's what I've heard. I've never heard. I've heard player versus environment, but I've heard versus everything a lot more. Gosh, that made me feel really old.
What?
I went to get up and like 6 spawns popped.
Rip.
Found in like Rice Krispies over here.
Oh shit! Oh no, that's bad. I took my hand off the keyboard for like just a second, and the truck crashed into the wall of this tunnel.
Oof.
My truck is fucked up, dude. Man, next time I pull through a way station, I'm fucked. I'm getting hit with a fine. And this is probably gonna be about $30,000 or $40,000 worth of damage, which means I'm making nothing on this load now. Which, if that's the case, I will have a healthy disregard for every traffic law.
Oh.
Do what?
I heard you.
I'd probably better maybe slow down a little bit. Going 80 and a 35 might not be. Oh my god, I can only go 35 here? What the hell? Oh, now I can go 60. Damn it, Colorado, make up your mind. Bastards. Although real talk... Do what?
You wanna know the one thing I like absolutely hate the most about getting a new phone with my old phone being dead?
Huh.
All my tabs.
Well, you'll live. It sucks though.
All of my tabs.
Oh, save bookmarks and shit. Stop opening so many fucking tabs.
I don't have tabs. It's important.
Wow, I'm like 10 million miles away from a service station, and my truck needs repaired badly. This sucks.
Now I'm curious.
What?
Apparently, 66% of players who have gotten the option in Baldur's Gate with Halcyon have went for the bestiality option.
That's disturbing.
66% of player requests have had Halcyon Bear All. B-E-A-R. Bear. That's nice.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I'm going through Gunnison Canyon right now, which I've been through here on the motorcycle, and it's absolutely fucking beautiful.
The author is apparently disappointed in 66% of people.
Yeah, it should be 69 if it's gonna be in the 60s.
Gale remains the most played Origin character in the game, closely followed by Astarion. Paladin is now the most picked class, with Rogue coming in like 6th. Damn, alright. Elf is the most picked race, Halfling is the least. The best stat of all, Scratch has been pet 48.5 million times, as he should be.
Nice.
Shadowheart is the most popular romantic interest now. That's interesting. Quickly followed by Karlach and then Astarion. My boy dropped the third. I'm sad about this.
Oh, come on. It ain't all that bad. Fucking, like, losing to Shadowheart is kind of surprising, but losing to Muscle Mom? Come on now.
I'll take Muscle Mom beating my boy, okay?
Come on
but
now.
Shadowheart is questionable.
Shadowheart shouldn't be beating Muscle Mom.
Well, Shadowheart shouldn't be beating my boy Astarion.
That said, with as you know, with the vast majority of gamers being male, it wouldn't surprise me that a female character would be on top of the romance options, but it should be Muscle Mom.
Yeah, Muscle Mommy. She's my favorite female character. Like Astarion, and then Karlach, and then somewhere like in third, Raphael.
Man, Raphael doesn't even make my top 10.
Raphael, he's well written.
Yeah, he can be well written, and I can still not like him. I'll acknowledge that he's well written.
Well, I like the devil that I know.
I'm surprised my lights work. Vehicle malfunction. Check vehicle or consider getting service. I just had that fucking light pop up.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, the last time I had that light pop up, I ended up needing a tow.
I'm almost all ready for my trip.
Oh?
Yeah, I washed clothes. I have the box of green and red cards that you wanted me to bring set aside.
Nice.
I got the decks I'm bringing set on top of the box. I'm not unhooking Jank until the day of.
Fair enough. There's a bunch of people who are mad about the Grand Theft Auto 6.
Absolutely nothing about it, so.
Well, it's going to require one hell of a computer.
I feel like a lot of games recently have.
No, the requirements for Grand Theft Auto 6 are such that even I am gonna have to upgrade.
Oh, what?
Yep. My graphics card that I have here meets the minimum requirements. Like, just to start the game. Which means that my computer would have to fist fight God to fucking play Grand Theft Auto 6.
Okay, I feel like kind of ridiculous because, like, Baldur's Gate, fucking Elden Ring, and Cyberpunk don't even require all that.
I'm gonna show you that trailer when you get here, though. It doesn't surprise me that it would require all that because they're making the game look hyper realistic.
It's boring.
Like, very, very realistic.
Pass, I have no care for Grand Theft Auto.
So, I mean, yeah, it's gonna require an absolute unit of a computer, which means that, well, everything else that I got's good, but I need a new GPU, I guess. Which means that by extension, when I get an upgrade, you could be getting an upgrade.
Upgraded him.
Oh, I'm upgrading what you got, but you could be getting another upgrade at some point.
What? Prometheus, last time you tried to upgrade him. Don't touch.
Not my fault your fucking CPU biffed it.
You heard me. I said what I said.
I heard you, I just don't listen so good, so suck it. Also, what I was trying to do to Prometheus was a little more involved than GPU swapping.
Oh, I don't know. I don't really care about Grand Theft Auto. Don't play it. Never really have.
Can I
You want to tell me they're finally coming out with a new Elden Scrolls game, and then maybe I'll be interested.
If I decouple my trailer, can I sleep without it? I can.
Or, I don't know, Larian released a new game all of a sudden. I'd be interested in that too.
Shit, not only am I in a completely more fucked up than a football bat truck, I don't have gas.
That's a fun song.
Awfully convenient for me that I'm at a gas station this time when I realized it, though. Let's see how much this fuel bill is gonna be. $600. That ain't too bad.
Ow.
Alright, while I'm in this city, is there a mechanic shop, like, anywhere here? There is. Alright. I'm gonna test the limits of what the game will let me do, and I'm gonna leave the trailer there.
Not thieves.
Do what?
Well, someone could come around and steal it.
Well, they'd have to have an 18-wheeler type, like a tractor, you know, truck, whatever, to do it. So, I guess if they steal it, they can have it. Because the trailer is all damaged and shit anyways. Oh, great. My vehicle just died as I was pulling it out of the parking lot. It's like, oh yeah, and I have another pop-up reminder: get your shit fixed. Like, well, I'm trying.
This is when you gotta call a tow truck.
Do what?
This is where you gotta call a tow truck because you were a bad kid.
Well, I ain't calling a tow truck just yet. If I can drive the damn thing there, I am. But
I thought it just died.
it did. But I lucked out a little bit and it started up again. So I will take my good fortune right to the mechanic shop. And I will probably run this light. I absolutely will run this light. Because to be honest with you, I'm afraid if I sit at a red light for too long, my truck's gonna die. I don't know. It seems to be kind of weird accelerating too. Like, it's not as eager as it usually is.
You ran it into a thing.
It doesn't have to be this pissy at me.
It really do, though.
Maybe I should sell it and buy a new one.
It's your fault.
Okay. It's my fault, but it can be somebody else's problem. And they can pay me for that problem. No?
No.
I could be tripping out, but I'm pretty sure I just heard a weird noise too. Nah, I shouldn't sell this truck. I've hauled all kinds of crap with it. I've probably put more miles on this truck than any other. Oh, okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It was $7,000 for repairs. That wasn't too bad. Well, 9,000 if you count the 2,000 I spent on the traffic light that I ran.
I shouldn't be running traffic lights.
Hey, sometimes a guy's just gotta not stop. Although after yesterday, I probably shouldn't be joking about that too much.
Oh.
Do what?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I was talking about what we were looking at on the fire department training stuff.
Oh.
Cause like real talk, like running a stop sign or a red light or whatever can have just absolutely catastrophic consequences. Which is why fucking I'd be one of those cops that's like 0 warnings for running a stop sign or a red light. Like no warnings for that shit. You want to know what one of the most fucking heart-wrenching things about seeing that wreckage was?
Hmm.
There is a child seat in the back.
Oof.
I mean, it was, thank God, not occupied. But it's just one of those things that you think about, like, when you see it, you're like, what could have happened? Like, it was absolutely catastrophic and terrible, but it could have been worse. As I say that, it wasn't great. Or even...
Weston was
Do what?
when Weston was a baby, we were almost hit by a semi-truck driver that wasn't paying attention. We just hear like screeching of the brake and see smoke billowing up from behind us. The only reason he did not hit us was because he somehow managed to basically turn the cab basically perpendicular with the trailer of his semi-truck, and still the trailer was damn near kissing our back bumper.
Shit.
And I had Riston and my little brother in the back seat.
Yeah, that could have been terrible. Especially if he rear-ended you. Because they would have got crushed.
Yep, that is what would have happened if he somehow didn't manage to turn that trailer basically perpendicular with his his truck with his trailer.
Like, there's a potential that you would have been alright.
No.
The odds are nowhere near as great for people in the back getting rear-ended by a 18-wheeler.
No, I would not have been alright. I would have been absolutely devastated.
I'm not talking about emotionally. I'm talking about, like, you know, survived. Like, alive. I mean, medically speaking, you'd also, like, you'd be severely fucked. Emotionally and mentally speaking, you'd be severely fucked. But from the standpoint of just raw, did you live or die? In terms of, you know, not dying, you have the advantage of like 20 feet of car or whatever in between you and the front of the truck.
He got arrested for being under the influence.
Wow. Well, there is one thing that you can take comfort in.
He didn't hit me or my son?
He won't be hitting anybody else while behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler.
That'd lose his license.
Yeah, no, you'll lose your CDL. And like 7 years down the road, you could probably get it back. But nobody will hire you. Because like, I think it was my brother was telling me that like if you get some shit like that when you got a CDL, like that is on your record for the rest of your life.
But yeah, like one of the people because we were at a stoplight and it'd been red for a long time. Like we were just waiting for it to turn green. This guy should like have not had to have like almost hit us. But people in front of us and people at the stoplight, you know, coming the other way, I'd called the cops, which rightfully I understand.
Well, it sounds like they would have had to, because it sounds like they would have needed, if it was jackknifed quite like you described, to where the cab of the truck is completely sideways.
Yeah, I don't think he'd have been able to fix that.
Yeah, like they would have had to call a tow truck out there to come deal with some of that, and it would have blocked up the road for, you know, a couple of hours.
But somebody called the cops. Like, I get out of the car. I get Ty out of the car, because he was like, I don't know, 12 or 13 at the time, and he's freaking out. Like, we didn't get hit, but, like, the only thing he can see out the back glass is just this fucking semi.
I would have beat his fucking ass.
So I get Ty out, and I'm like, he's having a panic attack. So I get him to sit on the ground. I'm going through a grounding exercise, getting him to calm down. Riston is asleep. He's fine. He's a baby though. So like, he's just peacefully asleep. I leave the door open because, of course.
Are you still talking? Cause you like cut off like mid-sentence.
I accidentally hit mute.
Ah, well, that'll happen.
Cause I'm still getting used to the new phone. Buttons are in different places and stuff. But I leave the door open so I can listen in case Riston wakes up, because at that time Riston's like a baby in a car seat, like baby.
Yeah.
And so I get Ty calmed down, and by the time, like, you know, that all, like, police have shown up, they're checking on, like, me and Riston and the Ty, and checking on the guy that was in the fucking semi, and, like, talking to witnesses, and there's, like, a tow truck showing up. It's just a mess.
Yeah, it would have been. Man, I'd have beat that guy's ass fucking getting behind the wheel drunk. What? Okay. I gotta know. Was it a cattle trailer by chance?
No, it was one of those Swift trailers.
Swift?
Yeah.
Wow. So the dude hadn't even been a trucker for that long.
I mean, fucking Swift trailer.
My brother was saying that you'll get in trouble, like even if you've never cracked it open, right? That you'll get in trouble just for the very act of having a beer in the truck. You're distant.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense because semi-trailers will crush damn near any other car on the road.
They will.
So I don't blame authorities for being super strict when it's that dangerous to drive one.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely something you can't fuck around with. There's lives at stake. I wish this guy who I'm behind would get the hell out of my way. I'm going 65 and an 80 because of him.
Leave the old man alone.
I'm in Utah now, I think. I keep forgetting that I'm not in a shitty truck anymore. So like I'll look and I'm like, oh, I'm going like 85 with this, 40,000 pound load.
Mm.
Yeah, fucking DUI is a huge pet peeve of mine. I have like absolutely not a single lick of sympathy for anybody who gets jacked up on a DUI.
No, ever since Zane's wreck with that guy that had a DUI and it's messed up Azalea, I have no sympathy.
I'd figured that near miss with Ty and Riston.
So I guess the one where, Zane broke her leg and Zell still can't eat by herself. Like, that just seemed a lot more real.
That makes sense. Yeah, because the consequences at that point, that's not a near miss. Like, that's very tangible.
Yeah. Like, Zane was lucky she didn't, because she was pregnant with the twin boys at that point. She's lucky she didn't lose them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that could have very easily went a different way.
And Nat and Azalea were 4 or 5 at the time. And Zell coded several times in that ambulance. They basically prepared Zane for Azalea to die. They did not think she was going to survive the injuries.
Had a couple of people who I served with that died in DUI related incidents.
I made my little brother Ty cry with that whole story and pictures I had taken.
Well, hopefully after all the exposure he's had to it, he never drinks and drives.
No, but that's why I made him cry. I heard he got in a ticket. Not only drinking and driving, but underage drinking and driving.
Oh, God.
So I talked to my mom, and I told her, I have, they're hard to see. It's a hard story to listen to. But I want to sit Ty down and show him the very real consequences that could have happened. And my mom agreed, and so she brought Ty in, and it's hard to see a 4 to 5-year-old hooked up to all of those machines in a big old hospital bed like that.
Yeah, it would be.
And he bawled, and he has not drunk and drove since.
Well, hopefully that was enough to get it out of his system. If it wasn't, then I don't know. Maybe jail or prison needs to get it out of his system.
I mean, that's what's gonna happen. The guy who hit Zane is in jail, and he also lost a freaking leg because of the injuries he sustained in the crash.
Good for him.
And, like, Riston was young, but they're, like, when she was in such dire conditions, he had went to the hospital with me a couple of times. I don't think he ever even wants to touch alcohol, to be honest.
Well, pretty good way to avoid getting a DUI if you don't drink at all in the first place.
I mean, he's still friends with them, you know? And like I said, she can't even feed herself. And it's been years. So, like, kind of like my real dad and my aunt dying of really young ages because of, like, drugs, like, it made me never want to touch the shit. Similar circumstances for him. He sees the very real consequences of that.
I wish that we weren't going 50 in a fucking 80.
Still stuck behind Grandpa?
No, I'm stuck behind a bunch of other clowns. Out in Salina, Utah. I think it's Utah.
Salina?
Between Salina and Cedar City.
I didn't know there was a Salina, Utah. Alright, Tilt. Go lay down. Go lay down.
Why are we damn near stopping? I'm gonna just start using the shoulder as a lane.
That's not a lane.
It is if everybody's going slow.
He's going.
It is as long as there's not a cop there. Like, I have the heaviest load on this road right now. Everybody should be going my speed. And I can put the hammer down in this thing. This truck doesn't care how heavy the load is. This damn thing just goes, you know? Pretty sure I'm about to... Oh, no, I guess I'm not. I might actually be able to get this load to its destination without stopping for a rest. Do what? I didn't hear you.
Tomorrow I will probably be cranky.
What's going on tomorrow?
I didn't have an alarm, so I had to stay up to get Riston off to school today.
Oh, okay.
And now I gotta get my sleep schedule back to normal, so, you know, gonna be tired tomorrow, probably. More tired than usual. So I might be cranky.
Well, I'll message you a little bit, but I'll not bother you a whole lot.
Be up, I'm just kind of giving you a warning that I might be a little cranky.
Okay, well, I don't know. I might be a little bit distant. I'll still message you, but I don't know. I figure we'll avoid a conflict possibly, because I don't know how I'm gonna be feeling tomorrow. I'm gonna have to go to this damn party with a bunch of people who I don't know, and I don't know. I feel like that's gonna have an effect on my mood, even though it probably shouldn't.
But I need the sleep schedule fixed before I come down there, especially if I want to leave early in the morning. So.
Yeah, you don't want to be driving tired because you're already gonna be like that's the kind of drive, and I'm talking from personal experience. That's the kind of drive that if you do it while you're tired, like, you will fall asleep.
Yeah, I hate it.
Like, I remember when we were moving and I was coming home from work. I did work out in Oswego, and I got from Fredonia like halfway to Wichita and didn't remember any of it. Like, I closed my eyes in Fredonia and opened my eyes an hour and a half later and did not recall the previous journey. I'm pretty sure I slept the whole fucking thing.
But you made it.
Fortunately, it's one of those routes that if you've driven it like a lot, that you probably could, well, I say probably, I did do it in my sleep. Like, you could do it in your sleep if you know it enough, but you don't take that route like twice a week like I used to.
Also, just generally don't really like driving, so.
Yeah, I perfectly get that. Dude, next time I do some major truck driving sim stuff, I need to do Utah. I have 7 out of the 10 cities already checked off the list. So, I could get the Utah achievement pretty easy. I just need to be on the lookout for loads that go to cities I've not been to. Ha! 70 miles an hour. Let's go 50. I wonder if Utah is really like this with all the Mormons and stuff there. Like, do people just drive this slow all the time? Well, to be honest with you, as bad as this might sound, I feel like Mormons just would be the type of people to drive slow. I can't hear you.
That seems a bit religious of you.
Oh, I'm a religious person, so yeah, sorry, but Like, I don't know. I see how squared away they are on their bicycles and stuff when they go around to, like, knock on your door. That, like, I could totally see them driving 5 or 10 miles under the speed limit. I love it. I set my cruise control. I finally get up to the speed I want to be, and then, oh no, better slow down. I got to play around with the Jaws of Life yesterday. That tool is pretty cool.
Nice.
We have like 2 different versions of it. We have like a hydraulic powered thing that you have to like bust out this whole generator and pump and shit for. And then we have an electric powered one. The electric powered one is so much faster to like open and close the...
Yeah, but I'm sure it's probably not always an option.
I think, well, they're saying we almost never use the hydraulic ones. Because the hydraulic ones are ridiculously slow. And the guy was kind of joking around. He's like, yeah, you know, I know you're dying in there. If you could just hold on a little bit longer while our tools take forever to open and close. Like, we'll get you out eventually. But the one thing that the hydraulic one has over that for certain situations might make it better than the electric one is it has a variable type trigger where the electric one is just on or off. So if you want to, like, for whatever reason, try to finesse something, then you could do it a little more precisely with the hydraulic one. Like, you could make the trigger, you can make the blade open and close, like, slower if you need to. Where with the electric one, it's all go or no go, you know? Like, there's no way to adjust or vary the speed on it. And the other thing is with the... Well, rip.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you now.
I had to disconnect and reconnect because it wasn't working no more.
Oh, were you saying shit and then it just wasn't going through?
Yeah. I was saying in situations where they're like if they're being crushed by the door, having that more finesse, slower open is probably better. Because too much, like, release, and it could be really bad.
That's true. And they've kept the hydraulic ones even though they hardly ever use them because they're like, well, we got them. So
yeah, it's like an expensive ass tool. I wouldn't get rid of it either.
They're like, well, these hydraulic tools are not very good compared to, because they're like old as fuck. They're like, these aren't very good, and they especially suck when you compare them to the electric ones outside of specific situations. But you know what? We got them, And if the electric ones don't work, these damn sure will. And then
I'm stuck in there.
there's also the possibility of just like multiple vehicles and needing multiple sets of tools. Another thing that sucks about the hydraulic one though is that you like need a crew of 3 people to operate that thing. Whereas the electric one, you can just pick it up and put a battery in it and go. You have to have each different tool gets plugged into a different spot, and each different tool is operated by a different person. And then there has to be somebody at the pump to throw a lever to, because only one of the tools that are plugged in can operate at a time with the hydraulic one. So depending on which one you want to use, you got to throw a lever one way or the other. So at that point you need like multiple people, and not saying that you don't need communication with the electric ones, but you need even better communication when you have somebody sitting there with a lever that dictates which tool will work and which one won't, you know?
Yeah.
What?
I'm bored.
Sorry. Wow, that's a deep ass canyon.
You're done with Kansas. Why are you still screaming?
Yeah, I'm just taking this last fucking load. I don't know. I was already playing, and like an object in motion stays in motion. Do what?
Come fight me.
Come fight you.
Yeah, you have dailies you gotta do.
Alright, well, I'm not far from dropping this load off, so let me finish this load and I'll come at you.
Sweet.
I'm 86 miles away.
You're the only person that I can seem to frickin' fight on Arena. I tried all the things we tried with Tamara and the other guy I'm friends with, and it gives me the same error issue that we had.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking they need to fix their buggy ass game. They're adding more formats in and they haven't fixed the formats we already have. Well,
I told someone about it and they're looking into it, so.
hopefully hopefully that you telling somebody has more success than the rest of the Magic the Gathering community.
Well, I mean, it was directly to a person who works in their, like, for, like, fixing bugs, so. Like, directly to a person who works at fixing bugs, so maybe that'll have a little bit more of an impact.
Here's
you know?
hoping.
I mean, I'm not gonna promise, but I did what I could, which is direct communication with someone who works for them.
Like I said, here's hoping.
Because I feel like a bug report, they can just, delete that. That can get lost.
Well, there's been like YouTubers and shit who like.
Oh, I imagine. When I talked to the person, I sent them like links to whole ass Reddit pages about it and some other stuff, and I'm like, y'all might really want to fix this.
Like, they had these, like, Strixhaven cards that they released that you cannot use in any format outside of, like, Brawl.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh yeah, but it's okay, you can use them in direct play. And then, like, direct play doesn't work. So the entire community, like, interprets that to just be greedy as fuck. Because they'll spend actual money to purchase these wild cards to get these cards to use against their friends, because that's like the only place they can use them, and then not be able to.
No, yep, I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna promise it'll have any more impact or say that, you know, it's better than any of the probably bajillion bug reports that have been, but, you know, like I said, it was directly to somebody who actively works on bugs and fixes and patches and stuff in the game, so
Well,
maybe. Here's hoping.
I'm not going to hold my breath or even consider that to fix it. But if it does, awesome. Like, I hope it does. I hope it does. But I've also opened myself up and accepted the very real possibility that it won't.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just like, yeah, man.
Cause and it's also like maybe the person you contacted could legitimately want to fix it, and maybe his bosses don't want it fixed. There's a couple other bugs that like need fixed that I have even legitimately encountered on stream and like tried to send in reports for. You know the putrid goblin?
Oh yeah, you told me about that one.
Yeah, that combo, even though from a gameplay standpoint, from what we know about the cards, that combo should just work. But randomly that combo will just not work. And then it gets really frustrating because you have to do all of this. Like, now you have to fish for another combo piece or fish for graveyard recursion to restore your combo and try it again when you know damn well it should have worked the first time. And you're like, I have had games that I have lost because that combo did not work when it should have. And that is a really frustrating thing to go through on that game. It really pisses you off because you know that if you are actually like playing paper magic, like you know that you win, you know? Although in paper magic, you wouldn't have to demonstrate the combo a bunch of times. Like, in paper magic, you could just demonstrate how it works and then be like, well, I mill you for infinite. Or, you know, instead of repeating the combo over and over again, you could, like, you show it once. Like, you do it one time, and then you're like, I'm going to do that another 50 times. You know?
Yeah, communication.
Hey, my, I got $1 million now.
Congrats.
I've never had $1 million in this game. I don't think. But now I do. And of course this stoplight's gonna take forever, and I'm gonna hit every stoplight on the way to where I'm going because the last stoplight took forever too.
Oh, baby.
And normally where I'd say screw this and run it, I can't. I have made it to Kingman, Arizona. I didn't even know I was in fucking Arizona. Apparently I've been in Arizona for a while. I feel like that would be me as a trucker in real life. Like you'd be like, "Hey, what state are you in right now?" I'd be like, "I don't fucking know." I'm just going where the map tells me. Honestly, if I was a trucker, I'd let you. I real talk would let you have a little thing on my phone that would like show you where I'm at. Big, I can't hear you.
I said Life 360.
If I was doing trucking, I'd let you have that on my phone because that'd be handy. If you're like, why isn't he texting me back? And then you look and you're like, oh, he's in a traffic jam in California.
But apparently, when I go for a walk, if I stop by the park and I swing, it tells people that I am biking.
Nice.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of entertaining.
I do have my emergency MacGuffin on my phone programmed. The only thing I didn't do is put my blood type on it yet. Hopefully they can figure it the fuck out without looking at my phone.
Something I need to do on this phone. Fill in my emergency information bullshit. Because it's very important to inform anyone that I am allergic to codeine.
Probably less important than informing the world that my blood type is A positive.
It's a boring blood type.
That's good. Boring blood type means there's more. It means there's blood for me if I need it.
No, I don't actually know off the top of my head if that's one of the boring ones.
No, like half.
I know.
Half the world is A positive.
Oh, okay. So that's a really common blood type.
Seems to be.
I do not have a common blood type. I am a rare hoe. Not the rarest, but rare.
So we've taken the load successfully, albeit to where it's supposed to be. I want to buy some more trucks. I'm not gonna do that this time around. However, I will hire a driver. I can't hear you.
I will beat you the fuck up.
What, for hiring a driver?
For taking forever.
Such a drama hoe.
I'm a dinosaur.
Alrighty, I have hired a driver. Alright, I am going to bring this live stream to its conclusion. We have successfully unlocked all the cities in Kansas. And we've gotten clear the fuck out of Kansas and back into my home turf. I will see you all in the next one. Until then, peace out, fuck off. It's either gonna be Grounded or Hogwarts or I don't know, whatever the fuck.